Okay, so Ed came over and we got this front floor plate taken off, and kind of can see. So this is the steering column, goes down into this like gearbox type of a thing. So I am spinning the wheel there. You see how it moves? Now I spin it back, it goes a full rotation, and then you can see that it's steering. So that is as far as it'll go, and it's straight. Then you swing it the other way, a full rotation, and then you steer it until it hits the stopper, and it's turned all the way on both wheels. So you may have noticed that, let me get it to, so right there it's hitting, and now it's going to start steering. And you see the wobble here? Well, there's two bolts, and they've stripped out. And so what I'm thinking has happened is that people have just kept running it with those bolts stripped out, which like left a lot of wobble in here as you're running it, and maybe busted up a gear or something. Who knows? I really don't know, but I know that I priced this assembly out. Like when you call the Clark dealership, they give you the price for the whole assembly, because that's how it comes, and it is over $2,000 US. So seeing as I only paid $1,000 for the forklift, we're not going that route. I told them that. So he said if I can get this apart, then we can look at see what's broken inside. And then he said like he might be able to order whatever's broken, but you can't just replace this box. Like it either comes as a whole unit or each individual part, which there's like 100 and something different parts in this assembly. So anyways, I'm going to start working at getting that out of there, and yeah, I don't know, hopefully we can get this figured out, because I'm sure not paying over double what I paid for the whole machine just for the steering. So we'll figure something else out. Anyways, that's my update on this. It needs a good cleaning, but I'm gonna wait until I have the pressure washer out and I'm closer to water. But yeah, it's like the guy said, it's a solid forklift, and he said like it's probably worth putting the new thing in if you're using it all the time, because he said like these forklifts last a long time. So, but we don't know how many hours it's got on it. It's been running for a few hours, and it's still at the same as when I bought it. So it could have 10,000 hours on it already. It could have 20,000. But either way, that was the other thing. This was funny. I didn't realize it was this forklift, but let me just get this flipped around. Yeah, so I didn't realize that this was the forklift until the guy told me what year it was. And months back, there was a guy on Facebook Marketplace selling a 1974 Clark forklift that had some issues with the steering. And I had called him. He wanted $3,500 for it. I called him and I said, "Oh, that's a good deal, but I can't spend that on something that I need to fix." And I was kind of hoping he would go lower, but he didn't say anything. I just said, "Well, hopefully you sell it." Like I said, it's probably a good deal. I just can't see myself spending that money. And so yeah, then I buy it for $1,000, and he would have lost 25%. They're selling at the auction, so I don't know. I guess he should have offered it to me for $1,500. Either way, I just thought that was kind of a fun little tidbit. The only I thought this was from the 80s, but when the guy at Clark looked it up, it was shipped. It was built in Canada, Clark Forklift or Clark Equipment Canada, and I believe it's St. Thomas. But yeah, it was made there. Let me see, I got it somewhere here. Yeah, St. Thomas, Ontario. And shipped out to British Columbia in 1974. So a lot older than I thought it was. And it explains why I can't find any information on the serial number, because all of the Clark serial number lists are Clark made in the US. So this one was made in a different place with different type of serial number. So that does explain a little bit of why I was having such difficulty. But anyways, we're getting it all figured out now, and Graham at Williams Machinery has been doing a really, he's been really good with me. He understands that I'm not spending the money, but he still took the time out to give me the exploded view so I could look at the different parts. And I mean, I found other full assemblies online for like remanufactured ones and stuff for anywhere from $750 to $1,300 US, but I'm still not spending that. And that's like, so $750 US is $1,000 Canadian plus then whatever to ship it. And I'm just not spending that. Like, if I can farmer rig it together, if not, I see how valuable the parts are in these things. I'll pull it apart and clean each part up and sell it as parts, because I looked for used parts and couldn't find any on it. So I'm sure there's lots of used forklift graveyards down in the States somewhere, but I don't know how you get a hold of the people who have them. And by the time they take all of the parts off and make a profit, it's going to be that much anyhow. So I'll just tear it apart myself and see what's inside. Okay, so this thing was in the way, so I went and just used the wrenches instead of the ratchet, and then I found out I can't get this off without taking this whole panel off anyhow, so I could have just used the ratchet instead of doing 1/8 of a turn at a time. I'm not a mechanic and I never want to be. So I get this plate removed, and it's not even a bolt, it's just one of those I don't know what you call them. I guess a bolt that is like fitted in here. I can maybe hammer it out, I don't know, but obviously it wasn't meant to just come out. So I don't know, we'll see what I can do here. But that was a waste of time. And then apparently I would have to somehow get all these handles off to remove this anyhow. I do feel like scrapping that though. I think it's die cast. Okay, I managed to, with the help of my tiny little hammer pry bar, I was able to wedge that out from there, so that's still in place. This is still in place. I don't know what this is for. It doesn't seem to have a purpose right now, but I better not mess with it. I'm thinking that this must be the horn. I guess there's only one way to find out. Oh wait, no, that's not the horn, because that's not a connector for that. So, whatever it is, I don't know. The horn doesn't work anyhow. But, okay, so this, I've just started unscrewing this big bolt here, but then I was like, wait, I better get this all on video so I know how it all goes back. So I've taken the bolts out of the back of here, both 9/16. This will probably have to be retapped or something. And then I'm going to, I guess, I don't know where else that's hooked up. There might be, oh, there is more bolts. Okay, so I got a few more bolts at the back. Once I take this off, this should slide out of there. But I have been known to be wrong before. Not about much, but once or twice. Okay, so this is the, I don't know, nut? I don't know what you call that. But anyways, it slides in through here and then threads on there. So now I'm thinking that I've got to pound this off of here, like off of those splines, I think. And then I just have that other bolt, which I guess maybe somebody's already tried putting a bigger bolt in. It's not a 9/16 like the other one, so I will keep on trying. But anyways, I think that we're getting pretty close here to having that off. It doesn't look like there's anything else attaching at the bottom. And once we get that off, we'll have a look at, you know, the parts and stuff. I'll get some part numbers off of it. I've got the part number for the entire assembly, but if, you know, if one thing is broken, it'd be a lot easier to get parts. Or like Ed said, there's probably, like, if it's a broken gear or something, you can probably just get one in town here. You just have to go to a machine shop probably and get them to machine one. Or maybe you can find one online. Who knows? We'll see. Either way, I'm getting closer. Oh, well, I guess I better start keeping my phone in the shade. It is hot out today, and it overheated. Anyway, so I've got this all removed. I've got this just about pounded all the way off. Once I got that moved out of there, it actually wasn't too hard. First, it was I was tapping it pretty good and nothing was moving. But anyways, I'm gonna pop that off of there. That's just like a steering arm there, and yeah, I'll get this out of here and open it up and see what we're looking at inside. Because, yeah, it shouldn't be that complicated in there. I don't know what, is this rack and pinion steering? I don't know much about mechanics at all, but. Okay, so, got that open. The, most of that, gasket is gone, but I guess I'll just have to make another gasket to get some gasket material. I can't tell. I don't know how you tell what's broken in there, if anything. Like, there's like a worm gear down in the bottom. So, I don't know. I'll wait till Ed's here, because, like, if one person can hang on to it, the other one can turn the steering wheel or something. Maybe I gotta take that nut off the bottom. But anyways, I got that off, and that's enough for me for today. It's hot, and I've had enough. I get these 14-hour days are getting to me. Even if you only do 3 of them in a week, it's still a lot. But anyhow, thanks everybody for coming this far on my journey. I'll put in the different part numbers and that I can find on here, because then you never know, somebody else might be coming across the same thing. I couldn't find anything about this other than where to buy them on looking them up online. Hello, Bumblebee. But yeah, I'll see if I can get that thing apart, and I'll, yeah, I don't know, see what's next. Because I can tell you, I'd rather get my hands dirty than put $2,000 out for a steering column for a 1974. Hey, maybe nice junk could set me up. One thing too, I got that nice little Brody wheel. I love those. I know you're not allowed to have one in your car, but we used to have a truck that had it when we were doing tobacco. Come flying through the fields and corner like a dream in that whole 5-ton. Anyhow, all right, guys, thanks very much. Bye.